The Dexter universe has persisted despite two unsuccessful series finale for the original series and Dexter New Blood, regardless of your opinion that it should have ended years ago. Nevertheless, Michael C. Hall's portrayal of our beloved vigilant serial killer is so excellent that we return for each repeat. Even a prequel series, Dexter Original Sin, with Patrick Gibson playing the part, was far better than anyone could have imagined because he is such an intriguing figure. But now, there's more to Dexter's world than the typical drama of getting caught. Harrison, his adolescent son, returned to his life in New Blood. Dexter attempted to teach Harrison his code, but in the process, he was shot in the chest. Dexter managed to live, and in the first scene of Dexter Resurrection, we watch him emerge from a 10-week coma, while Harry attempts to start over by working as a concierge at a high-end hotel in New York City. Harrison, however, murders a man who satisfies his father's standards. Since the body was promptly located, Dexter feels certain that his own children are to blame. We watch as a mysterious woman, played by Uma Thurman, extends an invitation to another serial killer before he heads to the Big Apple to locate Harrison. Black Sabbath's War Pigs blares as an unidentified man strolls through the nighttime streets of New York City, drawing your attention to the episode right immediately. With his head down, he gets into a car and strikes up a discussion with Stanley, the Haitian driver. Despite having spent his whole life in the Big Apple, the man now despises it. At that point, the driver receives a message from the person he was meant to pick up, inquiring about his whereabouts. This person in the rear seat, who is he? The stranger then launches an attack, directing Stanley where to drive while securing a string around his throat. Will the driver be killed by him? Well, let's just say it all depends. After getting the driver to talk about his children, the man claims that men like him are to blame for his family's complete collapse. Stanley is going to experience that as well. The following day, a child discovers Stanley's severed body still in his car. Dexter gives Harrison some room as he strolls around New York City, but Harry wants the father to visit his son right away and offer assistance. While looking for Harrison's crime scene at night, Dexter enters the hotel covertly through an employee entrance and then takes a key card. He discovers it, informs Harry that he is searching for blood, and then, with a proud papa smile, discovers that Harrison wrapped the body in the shower curtain. However, when detectives Wallace and Oliva arrive to re-examine this scene, Dexter is compelled to conceal. Wallace is aware that the toilet lid was the weapon and has already deduced the bit about the curtain. This detective is incredibly perceptive, so Dex is concerned when she refers to the killing as a crime of passion. Harry fears that Harrison will cause trouble for himself, but Dexter is aware that his son will be upset if he shows up unexpectedly when he believes Dad is dead. He would like to keep Harrison safe and let him work it out on his own. He heads to the hotel kitchen to see where the body was dismembered. He comes later to examine the scene, which is crowded with workers, and discovers a patch of blood on a ceiling tile. His face is smiling as he takes it off. Harrison arrives at an apartment complex where a vision of his victim haunts him. He is there to see his work pal Elsa, whom he looks after as a babysitter. Harrison treats her young boy well. Harrison later has a nightmare about shooting his father while he is staying at the hotel where he lives and works. He meets Lance, a co-worker, in the garage, and they take a guest sports car for a joyride since he needs a diversion. Harrison believes he sees his father, but he brushes it off as a vision when it's actually the real thing. To discuss Dexter, Angel Batista meets with Teddy Reed, the new sheriff and former Iron Lake deputy. Teddy remembers Dexter, who was then known as Jim Lindsay, as a kind man he feels sorry for, but Batista wants to find him. Reed agrees to let Batista know if the stolen truck Dex used to escape is located. Batista chooses to fly home and wait since he has no other option. But given that a tow truck picks up the truck shortly after, how long will he have to wait? Our car, the show's Uber-like service, gives Dexter a trip to the impound lot. While they are blessing Camara, the driver informs Dexter about a serial killer who is extorting rideshare drivers. The Dark Passenger is the name of the murderer. Dexter chooses to work as a driver as his curiosity gets the better of him. Next, we follow Charlie when she shows up to an ATM in Michigan and surprise a very anxious man. Now that his account is completely empty, Charlie insists that the man accompany her. The man is a serial killer who was wanted for a club Charlie attends, but the $100,000 that was handed to him has been refunded due to his wishes. Charlie refuses to give him another chance despite his pleading. Rather, she swung a bat toward him. The detectives resume their investigation at the motel. They discover through old camera evidence that Ryan Foster, who is now deceased, drugged Shauna in the pub. Harrison is asked by Elsa if he wants to join her for a drink later in the hotel. We can tell he likes her by the way he smiles. But as soon as he passes Shauna and the investigators, who now want to talk to him, the smile vanishes. Dexter accepts Blessing's invitation to attend a party for a friend who survived the Dark Passenger. He meets the motorist who almost died there, and he learns about the appearance of his assailant. He also has a video of the event, but the killer's face is obscured by infrared LEDs in his hoodie. Being the generous man that he is, Blessing gives Dexter a rental flat downstairs. Dexter is hesitant to stay in New York City, but Harry wants him to accept it. He gives in, though, since he needs a permanent address if he wants to stay close to Harrison. Dexter visits a company whose emblem he saw on the dark passenger's rucksack. He starts following Ronald Schmidt at night after figuring out his name. He knows he has the right man when he snaps a picture of the person he is following and notices that his face is blurry. Ronald escapes as Dexter follows him to a subway stop. Dexter is informed by Harry that he risked everything to save someone instead of killing them. Dexter informs him now, wanting to know when that began. Is he becoming sentimental? Not enough, as we are informed by a voiceover that his kill table is prepared.